Alright, so this is like, I was gonna say this is part 2, but this is really like part 3. I did my first 2 videos, not my first 2 videos, my last 2. My last 2, I guess actually my last, it would be my, if you forget about the video I posted last, it'd be the 2 before that. Were both on advanced mechanics, and like how to get better at them. And then my last video, my most recent video, is beginner mechanics. And this one is going to be like intermediate. So like single flip reset, double tap, that's it. Yeah, it was double tap, single reset, maybe musty. But I'm just going to be going over intermediate mechanics and how to practice them, and how to get more consistent at them, and like little tips on how to do them better. I think first we should start with double tap. The setup is, I don't know. I don't like it when people on YouTube normalize the setup. They're like, you want to be this far away from the ball, and you want to hit it when it gets to this certain point, and then you want to do this and that. There are general tips that I think are super helpful. Like, most of the time you do want to break for a second. But sometimes, I mean, you can't, because it's hard to explain. But normalizing setups, I feel like it's probably a better idea to get better at doing good with subpar. There's probably like a quote for that. I don't know. I forget what it is. So, but if you just keep practicing the best setup over and over, what are you gonna do whenever you get a subpar or just a fine setup in like your ranked game? Like, what are you gonna do? Or especially if you're not consistent with the like super consistent with the mechanic anyway, it's not gonna go well. Also, never mind. So, I think honestly, not allowing yourself to use. Actually, wait, no. Normalizing the setup is okay whenever you're first learning a mechanic, but if you want to get more consistent with the mechanic, don't do it. I think, and I know that like a blanket statement like that usually is not like all encompassing. Like there's usually a couple situations where it's not true, like I before E except after C, and there's like 15 words that like it's I after E and there's still a C like right before the E, so it's like CEI. I don't know. Also neighborhood, that's EI. Wait, there's no C. Wait a second, I forgot how it works. You know what I'm saying though. But I don't know what I'm saying. This is not a language grammar channel. This is Rocket League. This is Rocket. I was on accident, I swear. But anyway, sorry. Sorry about the setup. Whenever you want to like first learn the mechanic, it's very similar to an air dribble setup. It is just, I'm not going to talk about spacing. I'm going to say general tips on it, the setup. Like I like this is going to be fairly surface level. Just be a little bit behind the ball, maybe like a couple car spaces away, and then just like slam the ball in a straight line towards the net. That tip is from Griffalicious. Like this. It's hard to explain, but you see how as my view was changing, like over to the left, I could see the net, and then my car and the ball were in a line with the net. eyeball came on, so it like kind of moved like so quickly. But here, that's really hard to show, especially whenever I'm not doing it right. Yeah, kind of, kind of, not really, not really. But I think you get what I'm saying. But you want to hit the ball kind of on the corner of it, if that makes sense. Like right here, just to get it going towards the net. And then you want to hit it as it's coming above this black line. Like once it gets to that black line, usually then it's like that's when you start to boost. But it depends on the ball speed and your speed. And then whenever you have the ball going towards the net, you want to brake for a second and then jump. I exaggerated that a ton, but just like that. And then you're going to want to focus on, you don't want to stay too close to the ball. You want to make sure that you have good distance with the ball. Because if you're too close to the ball, you're not going to be able to get significant like touches. And then it's going to be really hard to double. So you're going to have some distance against the ball, and you're going to boost a lot to hit, unboost. It's the same with the air dribble, like the 2-3 touch air dribble. Boost a lot, don't boost, boost, don't boost. So whenever you touch the ball, stop boosting for a second, and then start boosting a ton, so you can get more power whenever you get through the next hit. So boosting, not boosting, boosting, not boosting, boosting, not boosting. I think you get what I'm saying. After every hit on the ball, I generally stop boosting for a second so I can keep some distance so that my next touches are more significant changes in the ball path. Why am I just doubling everything today? Well, you can call me Ireland because I'm Dublin. That's stupid. That was so dumb. Okay. Really? You're aiming for the backboard. Or not even the backboard sometimes. Sometimes you get like doubles from here. Or like, not necessarily like, it's not there either. I'm trying to hit a specific spot. Yeah, like here. Actually, I'll just like, it's just right here, wait. Right there. But you want the significant powerful touches by manipulating with the boost. And then whenever you get that second touch, maybe, you want to stop focusing on advancing forward, and you want to instead focus on putting your car in a proper position to receive the ball and to get a hit. So I'm going to put this on a slow-mo, just 80%. And we're going to get a little touch, and then I'm going to do a big touch. And then I just want to boost to the left, or I want to boost to the right, or I even sometimes want to boost back a little bit so that I can have even more distance and time to properly make sure that I am where I need to be. But so whenever you have like a good setup with the ball going towards the backboard, you just want to make sure that whenever the ball hits your car, it's not good enough for the ball just to hit your car. You don't want to make contact. You want to make meaningful contact where after it bounces off your car, it's going to go in a specific direction. That direction being usually the net. Okay, prime example there. I made it so that the ball hit the top, which was technically the bottom of my car because I was upside down. And that made it go downwards, because it was kind of like the ball hitting the roof. The ball hit the roof like that, and I was the roof. So I made myself a roof. I did it again, except I just missed. Oh yeah, no, that's a great tip actually. I just remembered something. Whenever you get the last touch on it, getting like specifically not on the bottom of the ball like that, because then you have to boost back quite a lot of the time. If you instead do it so that your last touch is more forward on the ball, you're going to sacrifice verticality whenever you do that. But doing it will usually make it so that you don't have to boost back as much. So getting it like on the back of the ball, just to give even more speed forward, you will sacrifice verticality, but it'll make it so you don't have to boost back as much or worry about spacing, because it's going to be going so fast and like stuff towards that. There's also it's the same setup, but you want to flip into the ball towards the backboard. This might actually be better for learning it, because then you get to better predict, because you're going to be so far away, and you can just, all you have to do is float to where the ball is going to be. So it's the same setup. So you want to jump up, flip. I missed, and also my cat walking in front of my monitor. Boop, and then just like float to where you need to be. Not much to say. Just something else I want to mention is if you're to the side, you have to like kind of boost out and then use the nose of your car a lot of the time to like. How do I put this into words? Honestly, no. Sometimes no. That's just dumb. No, because sometimes you want to hit it like this. Oh, hello, Ruby. You're trying to be all weird. Not really. She just wants pet-ins. If you want a really powerful double, hitting it with the nose of your car is really good. You'll get a lot of speed like that. But sometimes whenever you need to make an egregious angle, it's better to hit it with like the corner of your car like that. It's a good girl. I'm really proud of that, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm just gonna move on to flip resets. Literally the exact same setup, except you don't necessarily need to be... That whole straight line to the net thing is kind of less important, because this is going... I mean, it kinda is, but not really. But just like, if we take the same setup... Yeah, no, it really is the same setup, to be honest, yeah. Break for a second. And now you can do one of two things. Three things. Okay? There are like three things you can do here. One, wait 1 second up, Dylan. Okay. Do one of three things, and that is hit the ball, get a reset, touch, flip, score. Or you can do touch, flip, reset, flip, score. Or you can do touch, pop, reset. Those, I think, like, generally those are like the three flip reset shots. Those are like your three options, but of course there's like dozens of like different little things you can do, but like generally it's one of those things. I recommend just like doing them all and make sure that you're good, but sometimes it's better to do one than the other because of the setup that you have. See right here, if the ball's going up and then I see like it's starting to go down, I'm probably want to get a touch and then a reset, because if you guys remember from every other reset tutorial that's ever been done, if the ball is going down, that's bad. Sorry, my bad. If the ball's like going down a lot, then you're gonna not have good luck. except I'm just the goat, so no. Because the thing is, usually whenever that happens, people are like too timid and they're like trying to look. If you're going for a double tap, if you're going for a reset, if you're going for any mechanic in general, don't be timid. For the love. If you're gonna be, I have no way to word this, but don't take offense to this. This is not the best. If you're gonna be bad, do it confidently. And I'm not saying just like hold boost and just go like crazy. Okay. I just mean be confident and don't be like all timid when going to the ball. And a lot of the time, this timidity, if that's even a word, I think it is due to a lack of card control. I emphasize that is due to a lack card control in there. Maybe you might want to get better at card control. If you need to get better at card control, I honestly, one of the best ways to do that, be far away. Do air dribbles like 3 touch air dribbles, 4 touch, whatever. Do long range air dribbles and just focus on getting a good touch on the ball and doing it while spinning and manipulating your spin so you can get a more powerful touch. Like, how do I explain it? Like, kind of using reverse tornado spins and tornado spins to make sure you get like more height on the ball or like more power. Just if you lack card control, do far away air dribbles or even like backboard air dribbles, but this requires even more stuff because it's like you gotta do that. Awesome. Never mind. Wow. Sorry. Anyway, flip resets. Those are the 3 types really, depending on the situation. If you're like all the way over here, pop reset or the touch flip reset flip or the touch flip reset pop are both good options. Practice them both. And then if you're closer to the net, the flip reset touch flip or just flip reset flip. What I feel like usually that's not great though. I don't ever really do that. Whoa! Yawning again. Watch this. That was pretty cool. Sorry. I'm not gonna lie, I was vibing. Sorry, I have music playing and it's just goaded. This, okay, never mind, sorry. Okay, flip resets. Have some distance between you and the ball. Make sure the ball isn't falling too much whenever you get the reset, because if it's falling too much, usually you're just gonna kind of wimply. It's gonna be a dinky reset, and you're just gonna fall off of it, and it's not gonna be good. You might get the reset, but if you do, it's not gonna be a useful reset. So the most it's gonna be falling is like that, but any more than that, bad. If you get the reset too early, like whenever it's going up, then it's kind of just awkward. But it's not necessarily a bad thing because you can definitely make it work much easier than if it's falling. And sometimes you actually want to do it. For instance, if you're doing like a wave dash reset, or if you're going for like multiple resets and you need like a early reset so that you can get more resets. But usually the best time to get it is right as it starts to fall or right as this, like whenever it gets to the apex. So like either here or right there when it's like at the apex. That makes sense. So, boop. Good time. Be confident, fly straight towards the ball. Not saying hold the boost. When I say confident, I mean you are a lion and the ball is a gazelle. You want to creep up on it. Be confident. Go straight towards it. Yeah, that's what I mean by that. Just don't be timid. Sorry, I'm petting my cat. Okay. So you're just gonna boost towards the ball, and then you're gonna use a combination of air roll and moving your car to open up. Think about opening up your car to get a reset, and you can kind of practice this in there, and then just like make sure that you're able to manipulate your car in a way that you can open yourself up to a reset, open your belly up to the sky, and then you want to open up. And you don't necessarily want to get, because I know a lot of people, whenever they try to get a reset, they try to do it. They try to get it right underneath the ball, like this, which is like, what are you gonna do? Like, it's so dumb. And if you do that, you just don't know. I'm sorry. It's nothing to do with you. It's just you don't know. You want to get it more on the back. So like, you want to get the ball like right there, which that doesn't really help you. So, like right, you want to get it like right there. Yeah. So you don't want to get straight under. You want to be a little back and on like the corner of the ball. Okay. I say corner of the ball a lot because that's the best place. That's the best. But a little back and on the corner. That was a bit too far forward. I'm gonna get a good one, and I'm just gonna show you. I just gotta make it my last touch. There we go. Yep, that's it. So you don't want to be like directly underneath the ball. You don't want to be like, if you're more back, but like you're still in the center of the ball, that's better, but still not perfect most of the time. That was cool. Yeah. And then whenever you're in the air flying, do not hold accelerate. So don't hold while you're in the air. And whenever you get your first reset, this is an intermediate tutorial, so that you don't even have to worry about using it with the second reset, because you're not going to be getting two resets. I'm sorry. Let's get super consistent with one reset first. There's a quote for that as well. It's like, don't blink until you've already, I don't know. So whenever you get your first reset, which let me show you. Don't worry about the terrible shot. We're focusing on resets. Okay. Hold break. Don't hold break. And then this second reset. So you got reset number 1, which is the first reset, and then reset number 2, or the first rapid reset. But forget about that for a second. We got reset number 1. You got reset number 2. Okay. Actually, I'm going to expand on this. Reset number 1, 2, and 3. First reset, you want to hold break. You just want to hold break. So I'm not holding anything but boost and then break. Break right, hold break like right before. So that you're holding break whenever you get in contact with the ball, and then you want to stop. Okay? So, break, stop. Break. Ooh. Break. I'm doing this. I'm saying it early. What am I doing? But I think you understand. Whenever you're getting the hold break, I'm saying like while you're jumping off the ball. Like, sorry, like don't hold break this entire time and then get it. Just you break long enough so that you're holding break whenever you're. Here's a cue. You want to be holding break for as little time as possible, but you want to make sure that you're holding break whenever you actually get contact with the ball for the reset, the first reset. Okay? Never do it whenever you're getting rapid resets, I think, because every time I've ever tried it, to my knowledge, most of the time, it always makes it go awry. It always poops me off the ball and like shoots me off. Although maybe I'm crazy, I don't know, because that actually felt pretty fine. The second reset, the first rapid reset there felt fine. The other one did not. Hey, look, it's South Korea. I think. Am I crazy? Is that the Korean flag? I think so. Wait, what flag is this? It's like a green Y. That's neat. Good for them. Oh, look, it's Japan. What other flags are here? Oh, it's America. Never heard of her. Anyway, it's American. Okay, that was stupid. I'm sorry. That was such a dumb, and it didn't even make sense. It was dumb. Anyway, yeah. So hold break whenever you get the first reset, and generally I find that this helps me stick to the ball. I've heard some people say that it helps them create distance, so that whenever they flip into it. So sorry, I've heard some people say that it helps them create distance. Like it helps them bounce off the ball intentionally, and I've just never felt that before. I've never, ever, that's never happened to me. So I don't know how that's happened. People, maybe if you're boosting towards the ball really fast, and then you're holding nothing, like no stick movement at all, maybe then it'll help. But I don't know. Whatever it is, it helps me with resets and even multiple resets. So hold break in 12 o'clock. That's my other tip. Hold 12 o'clock on your stick. Okay, like this is 12 o'clock. Okay, so I'm gonna hold break, or I guess technically it's gonna be like tapping break, because it's gonna be quick. So tap break and hold 12 o'clock, maybe like 11 o'clock, but generally it's like 12. And then, so that's for one reset. You're gonna hold 12 o'clock and break, and then you're just gonna flip the ball and win. Okay? And then, important, after you get the reset, you want to make sure that you can transition to a normal aerial position after you get the reset, okay? It's super important. Don't forget about actually. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. So you get the reset, and you want to make sure you can go into a normal aerial position afterwards. Okay, so that is double taps and flip resets. How do you practice them? It is the same as every other video I've said. This is my favorite way to practice them. Let's say you play 2 sessions of Rocket League in one day, one at 2 p.m. and one at 7:30 p.m. At 2 p.m., before you're allowed to play your first game at 2 p.m., you have to score, let's say, 3 air dribbles, 3 air dribble double taps, and then 3 single flip reset shots. Sorry, I had to yawn. So that's 6 shots in total, but you want to make sure that whenever you score them, you're like really proud of the shot. Like it's no bounce, doesn't hit the crossbar post unless you want it to hit the crossbar down. Then that's fine, because those are good shots too. But so hit 3 air dribble double taps, or the one where you flip into it, because that's easier to learn, I think. And then 3 flip reset shots. And your first like week or so, it's gonna be kind of difficult for you to hit 3. Like it's gonna take you like sometimes even half an hour to hit all 6 shots, or whatever mechanics you're trying to learn. And once you get more consistent, oh by the way, so you go into free play and you hit those 6 shots, and then you're allowed to play your first game. and then you don't have to do that anymore until your next session at 7 p.m. In which case you have to think of it as like a warm up, because you warm up every session. You don't warm up at 2 p.m. and then get off for 5 hours and then play at 7 p.m. like that. No. So it's kind of like warm up, but it is practice as well. Gotta yawn again. Oh wow, I'm sorry. So before your first game of the session, you have to score the shots that you need to score that you want to practice. So if you have 2 sessions, then that will be 6 good, 6 good double taps that you're proud of and 6 flip resets that you're proud of, okay? And then once you get fairly consistent at both those, and you can do it pretty quickly, this way you can go settings, boost options, standard. Whoa, that's crazy, I know. And also, you're not allowed to use this. No D-pad for you. No D-pad for you. Okay. No number keys. You have to use limited boost, not unlimited. Your boost will be limited, and then you have to create your own setups. Okay. That's what you have to do. I'm sorry, but this is the way it has to be to get better at setups and being able to transfer the skill. You want to make sure that your free play skills have good bioavailability. Okay, so you want to make sure they transfer as much as possible, because I mean, no matter what you do in free play, it's gonna transfer into the real game. But how well it transfers, that's more important. Of course, it is. It's super important. I don't know about more important. I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything is more important. I'm just gonna say they're both important. Okay. I don't even know what the second thing is that's important. The thing I was just talking about. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the whole limited boost thing. And whenever you're ready to move on to other mechanics, whenever you're really good at like double tap. Oh wait. Whenever you're really good at double taps and flip resets. Also, whenever you're first learning them, you can turn down the game speed a little bit. If you do it too much, it's gonna. Honestly, I think it's gonna actually hinder you. Because if you lower it to like 50%, then air roll and like your car control in the air is gonna feel like so weird, and you're not gonna be used to it. So that's why I don't practice at like 50% speed, because it feels so different. Like air rolling in the air at 50% speed versus 100 speed, that I cannot control my car. Like I don't know. I just can't do it. So I think like 70% at the least. So I think like 75-80% is good slower percent for this. But experiment, whatever you find the most comfortable is the best. And then also packs, whatever your packs may be. Double tap playground. This is a go. Well, yawning again. The double tap playground. This is honestly goated pack. Really weird. Man, I remember whenever I was first grinding this pack. I rarely ever grind packs anymore. I used to do it every little bit, but I don't like it anymore. I don't know why. It's not like boring, like super boring or something. Oh, this is weird. I don't like this. Oh, okay. This is neat. I haven't done these in so long that honestly I'm kind of bad at these. Wow. What am I doing? Yeah, I probably need to get better at these shots, don't I? I need to get better at the the HYD reset. Touch, it's like the Zen reset, but like the Zen touch, which like the Zen touch is like I never practiced them, so man, that's I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I'm lollygagging. Okay, but that's it. That's everything. The intermediate tutorial done. Have a good day, and day be good. Be good and be sleepy and happy like my kitty cat. I would have her meow so that you could hear her, but I can't make her meow, and she's like almost 11, so she doesn't really talk much. She's just an old grandma, and she just likes to lay around and let me pet on her. Anyway, bye bye.